everyone, it's Electrician Deals UK here doing another review video on some kit that's been sent to us by GPROKIT. They've sent us their 160mm cable cutters. These come in a twin pack at the moment on Amazon. $18.95 for the 160mm and 190mm. But at the moment there's a 30% off voucher, so be quick. I'll send you the link. This is the 160mm one out of the twin pack that they're selling, and I've got some cable here that I'm just going to quickly review and cut so you can see how it is. I often use the Knipex electricians cutters. I find these are absolutely fantastic for all sorts of bits, sort of long nose pliers, wire strippers, and you've got the cable cutter there, but sometimes you can't get quite where you need to be with this cutter. So in a back box, for example, we need to cut some cables. Because of the long nose section, you can't quite get there with the cutters, so these are going to come in really handy for that. 1mm twin and earth. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to be too difficult. In fact, you could probably chew that apart. 1.5mm twin and earth. Actually, this is 3-core and earth. Straight through that, absolutely no problem at all. Bear in mind as well, these are the 160mm, so the leverage won't be as good as on these compared to the 190mm. So 2.5mm, again twin and earth. Yep, straight through, no problem at all. I've got some different types of cables here to check. This is H07 cable, commonly used for outdoor stuff or something that you need a little bit more sort of robust cable, like an oven feed, for example. I sort of chose this because it's a little bit thicker. Just seeing how we get on with the 160mm cutters. Nice, straight through. 2.5mm 3-core flex. Bit tricky to get around the circumference of it. Okay, it took a little bit more, but that went through fairly easily. Now these ones are going to be the real test. So I am going to compare actually between Knipex's electrician pliers and 160mm from GPROKIT, see how they compare on these. Bearing in mind they're kind of similar in terms of where the cutters are on the handles, but it'd be good to sort of compare how they are. So I'll do the Knipex ones first. So this is 16mm earthing conductor. And I did take a bit of a squeeze that. 6mm twin and earth. Again, not too bad. And 10mm twin and earth. It's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, yeah, that was quite tricky, that. 10mm. But again, performs pretty well, Knipex, but you're going to pay about 40 to 50 quid. We have found these quite often on Amazon for about 40 quid. I often post when they are on an offer, on a deal, so keep your eye out for those. But I would quite like to test how the GPROKIT cutters compare to that, and I'll give you an honest review. Like I'd say that was probably a little bit easier than the Knipex ones. The 6mm. Okay, that was definitely easier than the Knipex ones, and this will be the real test. I might remind myself actually. Okay, yeah, that was quite tricky. Okay, yeah, see, I think the GPROKIT wasn't quite as good as the Knipex ones in that one. But for the other two, it did feel slightly easier. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just getting tired of all this cutting. But yeah, but like I say, you're going to pay about 40 odd quid on a good day for these. Fantastic bits of kit, obviously. They do have the locking mechanism, so then it automatically opens up. Very versatile bit of kit. But to be fair, if you just want a pair of cutters, some quite simple cutters, 2 for 18 quid from GPROKIT plus a 30% discount is a really fantastic little deal. Even to have a couple of pairs of these spare. just having a further little play with these to see how they compare if you can actually strip cables. So with the Knipex, quite often, as we all probably do, cut down the middle, try and expose the circuit protective conductor. And the handy thing that the Knipex has, it's got the correct size strippers, which is really, really handy. And then you can manipulate it with the long nose pliers, etc., etc. Now let's just see how the GPROKIT wire cutters compare in comparison. So again, we don't quite have those long nose pliers to get into the CPC, but let's see if we can manipulate it another way. Okay, so we can get to it. I just want to see how we can compare to when we're stripping the cables. That's not too bad actually. In fact, I think that's pretty good, stripping cables. I'm quite pleased with that. Bear in mind that they're not actually sized for 2.5 exactly. They've kind of got various size depending on the conductor size. Yeah, not bad at all for a few quid. Worth having a few of those in the toolbox.